Hey guys, this is an independent review for a.applications.com, and today we're taking a look at Bump. Bump is a social utility that makes sharing information simple as bumping. So you simply bump your device to somebody else's, and if they have the application here, it will allow you to transfer contact cards and stuff like that. Really simple. So you start off by filling out your card here. You simply just tap this to fill out your card, so you can fill out information that you want to make shareable. So I can put my name here, and then you can put like your job, your position. You can even add a profile picture. For example, you can put a phone number. In this case, we'll put an example, and we'll put like a test email. And this would all be able to be shared as simple with somebody else in a swoop of a bump. Like you just simply bump their device and you're good to go. But you can also, you see at the bottom there, transfer things like audio, video, and more by swiping. You give it access to your specific things, and you can swipe and share things like audio, documents, and receive you can view documents and receive files. You can share audio, video, and even have access to Dropbox. You can choose between your contacts here to even share stuff like that. So if you're with a friend and they need somebody's number, you can easily just bump devices with them and share it out. In the top left here, you can see your activity. When you bump people, you can easily just see your log of stuff. Additionally, you have a new feature to bump to your computer, so you can share via your computer. So if you want to share things between your laptop or your desktop, you can simply bump it with that and have access to sharing it very simply and very easy. Now, getting down to the pros and cons. Pros, it's a really simple interface, dead easy to use, just swiping left and right, and you have a really clean UI overall. Number two, it has great support for things like Dropbox. It has support for video and audio, so it's not just a normal contact and sharing application. It shares much more than that. You have a lot of options to share out at specific things. And three, it gives you just tons of options. If you can't bump at a specific time, you can choose to email your card. So that's a cool thing. So even if you can't bump at a specific time, it's easy just to send out and export received items and stuff like that. So you have tons of other options within the application. Getting down to cons, it is a little bit gimmicky. You're bumping devices at somebody, and it looks a little bit. It may look a little bit weird at first, but it's just a fun little. It's more of a fun way to share information by, again, just simply bumping with somebody else's device. You'll hear that vibrating feedback when you bump on their device, and so on and so forth. Again, another con, there is a lot of other things that can do this wirelessly. You don't need to physically bump with somebody else. Obviously, you can email, you can Bluetooth. There's all these other technologies out there and available. And last but not least, there's not a bunch of security features built into it. There's not a lot of settings that you can kind of tweak just to make sure that nobody else can get in, because if somebody gets physical access to your phone and your bump, they can easily just share information between devices without much of a security layer. I mean, if they have physical access, there's no code, there's no preferences. For example, if you don't want certain people to get your number, if they just tap it with their phone, so on and so forth. So that is a risk at that. Nonetheless, it is free, and it's a cool way to share contacts, video, and stuff like that between phones, between mobile devices, between computers. This is Bump. You can find it in the App Store today.